afternoon and welcome to East Stroudsburg South's graduation. I'm Mike Catrillo, principal of East Stroudsburg South, and we are here today after some long, hard months to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2020. Before we begin, a special thank you to all of our great friends here at the Raceway and at Channel 13 for being so supportive of our school and so supportive of the class of 2020. It's my pleasure to introduce Trayvon Ellis, president of the class of 2020, to do some opening remarks, followed by a special hello from NASCAR great Kyle Busch.
Good afternoon and welcome, members of the Board of Education, administration, faculty, friends, family, and my fellow graduates. My name is Trayvon Ellis, and I'm the president of the class of 2020. And on behalf of the graduating class, we are so thankful that you have come out of your way to celebrate this joyous occasion with us, all while meeting CDC and state guidelines. Thank you for attending, and we hope that you enjoy the ceremony celebrating the work of our district, school, and most importantly, our seniors.
I'm Kyle Busch, driving the number 18 M&M's Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing. On behalf of everyone at Toyota Racing, we would like to give a huge congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2020. All your achievements have been amazing, and while you may be crossing the finish line today with your diploma, this is just the start of an amazing journey. We all know this isn't quite the ending you guys envisioned, but as you close this chapter in your life, use this adversity to fuel yourself to achieve more greatness in your future and however else that turns out. Before you embark on your next adventure, come back out there and see us at a NASCAR race here real soon. Celebrate your today, focus on your tomorrow. Congratulations from Toyota.
And now the newly formed Virtual South Choir will lead us in the alma mater and national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Sons and daughters of East Stroudsburg, with songs and cheers draw nigh to praise our alma mater, our glorious Eastburg High. No school excels East Stroudsburg, we glory in her might. Proud of these her colors, the purple and the white, then raise aloft that standard, and let its colors gleam. There's victory in those shining folds and glory in its beam. For our dear alma mater, we'll battle for the right. True to these our colors, the purple and the white.
And now the treasurer of the class of 2020, Alicia Whitcraft, will give a special thank you to all those brave men and women who have been out there these past few months supporting us.
Thank you to the doctors, nurses, first responders, grocery workers, and all other essential workers. You are the heroes of this pandemic, and your actions do not go unnoticed. Your service towards our community provides a sense of relief and comfort during these times of uncertainty. Your commitment to the service of others provides a positive future to come. It is not easy to risk the health of your family, put your own lives at risk, or stay away from home for long periods of time. But rather than being hesitant, you decided to break away from the anomaly of fear and dedicate your time towards a more positive future to come. Because of your strength and sacrifices, we are able to be here today. Consequently, our nation will come out of this pandemic greater than ever before. On behalf of me and the class of 2020, we thank you for all that you have done and all that you will continue to do.
Now I'd like to take an opportunity to address my awesome seniors. 4 years ago, when I welcomed you to South at your freshman preview as the very cool-sounding class of 2020, none of us could even imagine the manner in which your 4 years would end. If I would have said pandemic, you would have thought back in history. If I said social distance, you would have had a blank stare. And if I asked you that if you needed to self-quarantine, you would have rightfully thought I lost my mind. 2020 has certainly given us a new vocabulary and a new reality. So what do we make of these past 3 months? We live with the reality that the ordinary is no longer ordinary. The simple act of attending school, maneuvering the calf line, going to the movies, or hanging out with friends at Burger King. You know, the ordinary things of life are no longer equally accessible. And while that can get us sad and depressed, we need now to focus on the things that are now ordinary. Spending time with family, doing a puzzle, watching the sunset, walking through the woods, self-reflection, building creative pastimes at home, learning how to give yourself a haircut, or simply taking the time to think have become the ordinary things of life. Think of what you did with all this newfound time. I know, maybe slept. Think of the things that you did that you never had time to do. What has struck me in all the time is the spirit of preservation and unyielding capability of the human spirit. I have seen some of the most creative things in the past months, whether it was drive-by birthday parties with decorated lawns, online weddings, Disney sing-alongs with famous stars, telemedicine with your doctor, endless Google Chats, Google Meets, and Zoom meetings, or the magic of Broadway coming into your living room. We learned that nothing, not even a virus, can hold back the human spirit or limit the possibilities of the human brain. Former President Ronald Reagan said, "There are no constraints on the human mind, no walls around the human spirit, no barriers to our progress except for those we ourselves erect." So now the question becomes, my dear graduates, what do we do with all the new insights that we have learned from this new normal? How do we take the new lessons we have learned about living in a time of pandemic and make a difference? While some say it's time to get back to normal, I think the time has come for us to create a new and improved normal, an even better ordinary. It's traditional and almost cliche for speakers to tell graduates to go out and change the world. I say to you, yes, go out and change the world, but use your new knowledge to be smart enough to know that the world will not always change on your terms, and the world will not change in your time frame. We have all learned that. Change requires you to be strong and courageous. Change will require your perseverance, and sometimes change will require you to fight and scratch your way to a better place. That is our new lesson. The Rolling Stones sang, "You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, well, you might find you get what you need." Seniors, you have gotten what you need. You now know you are strong. You know you are survivors. Now we need you to use this new knowledge to change the world. Some people look down on this generation of young people and judge them for their ripped clothing and cell phones. Some will say the best years of our country are in the past. I couldn't disagree more. I have seen the compassion of our seniors as they stood alongside Special Olympians out on our field. I have seen the spirit of our young people as over 400 gathered at 4 in the morning to dance, sing, and celebrate our school spirit at a pep rally. I have heard their dreams as they spoke in the hallway, and more importantly, I have seen their idealism and their willingness to fight for what they believe in. Don't ever think the best years are in the past. The best years of the country are sitting in the cars around this racetrack. These young people will rise above a pandemic. These young people will fight the hatred of racism and the things that separate humanity. These young people will fight to make the idealistic words of John Lennon, who said, "We imagine a world with no need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world." This is the reality that needs to be, and I have seen it in their words, in their actions, and in their hearts. I'd like to end with the fighting words of one of my favorite poets, Maya Angelou. She says, "You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise. Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air I rise. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. My dearest seniors, you shall rise above this pandemic. You shall rise above the racism and injustice in our world. You shall rise and fulfill your dreams. May your fight song always be, I rise, I rise, I rise. Thank you. I'd like to now introduce the South Senior Choraleers singing their school song, Billy Joel's Lullaby.
Good night, my angel, time to close your eyes and to save these questions for another day. I
pleasure, I introduce not only a fine president, but a fine human being who I will miss sincerely. Trayvon Ellis, president of the senior class, will now address them.
Seniors, I'll address the elephants in the room. We've not been to school in months. We've been separated from our friends and some of our family for a while now, and our daily lives have been disrupted. And the biggest elephant in the room, this isn't our gymnasium, our auditorium, or our stadium. This is not a typical graduation. And while that is the case, it is fitting, because we are not your typical class. You are the individuals that have strived for greatness since the moment you stepped inside East Stroudsburg High School South. Whether you realize it or not, all of you together is what makes this school great. From the seniors who maintain academic excellence and create an environment in which it is celebrated when one succeeds, to the seniors who stay here longer than they are required to invest their time into a performance, production, competition, or activity, to those seniors who train and give it their all in representing South in the realms of athleticism, to simply those who show up to homeroom, go to class, even when the going got tougher, the opposition got stronger, and the sleep deprivation set in. You, every single one of you, is what makes this school this school. And it may appear as if our class has been robbed. We've patiently waited our turn in order to have our senior experiences taken from us, snatched within our very grasp, weeks before they were supposed to occur. And the fact of the matter is, that's true. We will never get those experiences like the generations of classes did before us. And with that being the case, it is more than easy to mourn for the loss of said experiences. But let us remember, we are Cavaliers. We bleed purple and white. Survival of the fittest doesn't say that the strongest and fastest organism automatically survives. No, South, it is the creature that can adapt. And you are no strangers to adaptation. Dress code required, we changed. Special Olympics rained out, we moved it indoors. New fire drill procedure, we sheltered in place. No phones in homeroom. We tried. No more learning at school. We learned from home. Seniors, since day one, we have been adapting to changes. And while this pandemic is one of the biggest challenges we have faced, whether you realize it or not, we've been adapting and preparing for this. This is second nature. And that is a skill set that the generations of classes before us won't have the privilege of having inherently. Seniors, keep your head held high. Because if the global pandemic cannot stop us, the class of East Stroudsburg South 2020, you will be hard-pressed to find anything or anyone that can even think about trying. Maintain a Cavalier spirit. Keep your eyes and thoughts pointed towards the future. But the good times, the memories, and the lessons from high school, keep those close to your heart. Congratulations, seniors. You did it. We did it. And it is not over yet. The best is yet to come for us. Thank you for allowing me to serve as your class president. It has been one of my greatest honors because South is a great school. And you guys made it so. Thank you.
Our next speaker was not only the voice of the home version of Southside Live, who we welcomed into our homes every Monday morning. She's also the winner for School Spirit of the Principals Award this year, and an overall great person. It's my pleasure to introduce Salutatorian Lexi Cole.
Good afternoon, class of 2020. I would like to start off by thanking some very special people who helped us all get to this point. Graduation. Foremost, to the teachers that have surrounded us, supported us, and guided us to becoming the young adults that we are today, thank you. To our parents and family members who have dealt with us through this whole stay-at-home order and who have loved and cared for us for the last 17 or 18 years of our lives, thank you. And lastly, to all of you, graduates, thank you. Thank you for 4 great years of high school. 4 years that none of us will ever forget. 4 years full of laughs, cheers, and sometimes even tears. We made it. Today, we are lucky enough to be celebrating this big day together in a time when we're all supposed to be distanced. Now, the last 4 years of high school have been quite the roller coaster for all of us, so I'd like to take you on a trip down memory lane. I think that high school can best be compared to a basketball game, and here's why. There are 4 quarters, and each quarter, despite being for the same goal and in the same game, is very different. Let me take you through it. It's pregame, also known as freshman orientation. You're shaking hands with the opponent. Now, they seem scary, and you don't know much about your opponent, so you start to have second thoughts. Maybe I should fake an injury before coach puts me in the game. But then you think to yourself, no, I can't do that. So you put on your big girl or your big boy pants and you get out there on the court, even though you're scared. Tip-off. It's the first day of freshman year. Throughout this quarter, you'll start to get a better feel for your opponent, but it won't happen right away. You make a lot of mistakes, and the opponent scores a lot of points on you, like when they make you go swimming as awkward freshmen. Then you slowly start to figure out your opponent. You figure out the tricks that make the game easier. You realize that if you get to lunch on time, you get your lunch quicker, and you actually have time to eat. That's a lesson learned. By the end of the first quarter, things seem pretty good. Freshman year is over, you can stop the opponent from scoring, and you finally have somewhat of a grip on the game. Now it's sophomore year. It's the second quarter. But honestly, who ever remembers the second quarter of a game? No player has ever left in game and said, hey, just see how good I did out there in that second quarter? No, that doesn't happen. So during sophomore year, you continue to grow as a player. You start to score some points, and things seem to be going well. You think to yourself, I can do this. It's halftime in the locker room. It's the summer of sophomore year. You think, yes, I'm going to be an upperclassman next year. You're so excited for the third quarter that you forget the game is halfway over. There's only 2 quarters left. The halftime show out on the court is a crystal ball that foretells the best moments that will be soon to come at South. Videos play on the Jumbotron of all the great times we've had together that shape who the class of 2020 is today. There are videos of us beating the Stroudsburg football team and walking across the bridge with our little brown jug. There are videos of our first ever mini-thon event, videos of our homecoming pep rally, videos of blood drives, every Special Olympics event, choir and band concerts, the musical, sporting events, and so much more. All of these times that we've spent together mean so much to every one of us, and they truly shape who we are today. Now, it's the third quarter. It's junior year. At halftime, you feel so refreshed and you're ready to take on your opponent once again. In this quarter, you finally take the lead. Things seem too good to be true. You realize that the game isn't about you. It's about the team. You start to help your teammates, and in return, your teammates help you. You build trust in those relationships. You don't know it yet, but they will be so important in the future. By the end of the quarter, things seem great. You think you'll be able to cruise through the fourth quarter with ease. But at the end of the quarter, you see someone on the opponent's bench. It's a 6'8" player that goes by the name of Future Plans. And now they aren't in the game yet, but they will be soon. Now it's the fourth quarter. It's senior year. You have the lead in the game, but the other team puts in this giant called Future Plans, and you don't know what to do. Coach drew up a game plan, but now that this beast is in front of you, that plan goes out the window. You try to tackle this Future Plans thing on your own, but every time you shoot, they block your shot with college applications, uncertainty, and adult expectations. But it's in this moment that you realize the importance of your team. You pass the ball around more often because you trust your teammates. You pass the ball to your friend teammate, and they give you moral support. Then your family member teammate sets a screen on this future plans thing and keeps them out of your way. As your teacher teammate throws you the pass for the perfect shot, letters of recommendation. You've done it. You beat future plans. Now you're cruising. Of course, you get a little lazy at times, but your teammates always keep you in line. You're winning. There's 1 minute left, 30 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it's done. But everyone celebrates. There are parties and celebrations. You beat the best team in your division. You congratulate your teammates and look around as we end up here. One big team that beat the hardest opponent that we've seen yet, high school. So congratulations to both my class and my team. Enjoy this moment together because next year we all get drafted onto different teams and we'll all be playing different games. That game might be college or military service or entering the workforce. Wherever you end up, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that you learn from all the times that we've had together. So thank you, and until we meet again, congratulations, class of 2020.
And now we have 3 other fine senior leaders to do some special recognitions. We welcome Matthew Rees, the recording secretary, Rebecca Ferguson, the corresponding secretary, and Madi Bushkuk, the vice president of the class of 2020, for some special recognitions.
Thank you to our parents, teachers, administrators, and students for working so hard during this school closure. This year has challenged us not just academically, but also physically and emotionally. It would have been so easy just to give up and sink into despair, but we decided to persevere and push on to finish this year as strong as possible. As a class of 2020, we must remember, success is not accidental. It comes through hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and loving what we do. Keep striving and working towards your goals. Thank you.
Teachers have a powerful influence on the lives of students. We, the class of 2020, would like to recognize our teachers who will be retiring this year. Joe Jacobs in Social Studies, Anna Maria Wallen in Spanish, Suzanne Lagasse in French, Gwen Jones in Special Education, Mary Montes in Special Education. We thank them for all their years of service and wish them the best in their retirement.
At this time, we would like to honor the graduates of the class of 2020 who have committed themselves to serving our country. In this changing current of time, we acknowledge the heart, courage, and dedication of the following young men and women. Christopher Amella, Air Force. Alexander Costa, Marines. Nicholas DeFilippo, Navy. Dylan Flora, Army National Guard. Joseph Fulmer, Army ROTC. DeAndre Johnson, National Guard ROTC. Waleska McCartney, Army Reserves. Josiah Moret, Armies. Caleb Ortiz, Army. Tyler Ostrowski, Marines. Malik Peter, Marines. Allison Puste, Army Reserves. Leanna Rampersad, Marines. Jordan Reed, Marines. Savannah Riffis, Air Force. Megan Santis, Air Force. Gabe Smith, Navy. Please beep your horns in recognition of these young men and women. Thank you for the service you will be providing our country.
And now I'd like to introduce someone who inspires us daily with his gentle spirit and kind heart. The Valedictorian of the class of 2020, Palmer Poston.
Hello, class of 2020. Before anything else, I would like to thank my support system throughout high school. My friends, family, coaches, and teachers who helped me achieve things I could be proud of both in and out of the classroom. They were always there for me when I needed them, and I wouldn't be in the place I am now today without them. Ever since my freshman year of high school, I've been hoping to give this valedictory address. However, any thoughts I originally had changed when we walked out the doors of East Stroudsburg High School South on March 13th, not knowing we weren't going to return. So in turn, this speech became one of the hardest things to write. What message could I give my fellow peers one last time before high school is over for good? This pandemic, the circumstances in which we left high school made me think of the misfortunes we deal with in our day-to-day lives. Some of these misfortunes we have the power to control, but many others we do not. We do have the power, however, to prevent these misfortunes from controlling us. The poem Invictus, Latin for undefeated, has dramatically changed my perspective of the world. It ends with the lines, "I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul." We are indeed masters of our own fate, not because we have the ability to choose what happens to us in our day-to-day lives, but because we are able to choose how we respond to those events. There were countless ups and downs throughout our 4 years here, and we would be lying if we said we loved every minute of it. Whether it is schoolwork, sports, or a relationship with our friends and family, there are always difficult times. These misfortunes will try to hold us back and slow us down, but we can't let them. Instead, we have to move past them. I'm sure if we could, we would all go back and change certain things, thinking we would be happier because of it. But if we did change those certain things, we wouldn't be the people we are today. I think there are people and events that are important in our lives, even if they weren't meant to last forever. And while it's easy to feel sad about them now, we should be happy because of what they have brought into our lives. We could look back and think what could have been, or we can stand here proudly today because of what we have become. We have the ability to move forward, to grow, and to learn from these mistakes and misfortunes. And in the end, we are stronger because of it. Everything that has happened in our lives has led us to this exact point and made us the people we are today. And for that, we should be grateful. As we depart today and leave each other for the last time within the realm of high school, it's easy to feel sad. But instead, let us stand here proudly today because of what our 4 years here have amounted to. We should recognize that we are undefeated. We have shown resilience through adversity, and in the end, we should feel joy. Because joy doesn't come from having something or doing something. It comes from becoming. So thank you, friends, family, and classmates for helping me, and all of my fellow graduates for helping us become the people we are today.
And now, class of 2020, the moment we've been waiting for, the time we've been fighting for, the time that I know you are glad is here. As principal of East Stroudsburg Area High School South, I certify to you that the members of the class of 2020 assembled here at this racetrack have satisfactorily completed the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the State Board of Education of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Furthermore, I recommend that they be presented with the diploma of the East Stroudsburg Area School District for this accomplishment. And it is with pleasure that I welcome our school board president, Mr. Richard Shalamis, who will address the graduates and read the board proclamation.
A friend of mine from high school and a current administrator at Liberty High School in Bethlehem has a hashtag he uses on many of his social media posts. 4 powerful words: rise up and serve. Rise up and serve. As you graduate, I challenge you. It is a continuing challenge each and day from today forward. Rise up and serve. Rise up. Rise up to be a voice for change, for what is right, what is just. Be fearless in your work to make your community better, for you and for every person you encounter. Your voice is powerful, and your spirit is unique. Use them to effect change, to rise up. Serve. Serve one another. Words without action accomplish nothing. It is in service to our neighbors that we learn to understand. We enable justice. We restore faith in others, and we provide hope to those who have lost their way. I challenge you to rise up and serve each and every day. If you do, you will distinguish yourself in your workplace, with your peers, on your campus, and in your community. Each of you can serve with small acts of intentional kindness or large acts of mercy. You will make a difference. We, the East Stroudsburg Area School District, are proud of you. We look for you to do great things. By the power invested in me as the authorized representative of East Stroudsburg Area School District Board of Education, I accept Mr. Catrillo's recommendation and declare each person to be presented a diploma today, a graduate of the East Stroudsburg Area School District. On behalf of the Board of Education, I congratulate each of you for the successful completion of your public school education. Graduates, start your engines, proceed to the finish line.
I start? Oh, sorry. Okay. So we start the names now? Okay. Skylar David Adams. Trinity Ann Ader. Tamara Na Odele Agintetti. Renaya Brienne Faith Agard Ramdeen. Matthew Paul Aguilera. Tamer Yasser Ali. Courtney Grace Anderson. Amy A. Ansa. Claudia, Victoria, Antoniak. Jada Lynn Arancetta. Ricardo Elias Arancetta. Kylie Sage Arnaud. Dylan A. Arney. Mary Madeline Arrigali. Brendan Arrington. Joseph Brandon Atade. Cheyenne Marie Bacon. Fisher Brody Bank. Jose Angel Barbosa Jr. Emma Sky Barrientos.
Olivia M. Berry. Thomas David Venero. Leanne Manuel Barraget. Jordan M. Berkowitz. Adriana Lynn Bird. Tyler Bird. Marlena Elizabeth Bompain. Meti Bushkuk. Brandon Michael Bouchel. Alina Angelise Boyer. Anika Roselia Braithwaite. Juan C. Bravo. Jasper C. Brinkman. DeMarco Brussel Francis Bruce. Crew Anthony Bunn. Nicholas Robert Burke. Joshua Anthony Bushta. Jacob Gerald Kako. Donovan Jacob Kane.
Joshua Patrick Karen. Dylan James Carpenter. Kimberly Ray Castillo. Jason Elliott Chapman. Jody Chen. Emma Rose Christman. Kayla Marie Claire. Frank Robert Cloak. Catherine Cloward. Alexis Elizabeth Cole Salutatorian. Ariana Amora Cousins Melton. Jason Kramer. Christian Samuel Cruz. Matthew Antonio Cruz. Yadira Janelle Cruz. Rachel Elizabeth Daly. Alan Jameek Davis. Diamond Davy. Nicholas Anthony DeFilippo. Dorothea Grace Deloria.
Christina Stacy Ann Dixon. Douglas R. Dahl. Jennifer Michelle Dahl. Mackenzie Jean Dahl. Grace Yong Shoyua Doolittle. Genevieve Dorsey. Daniel Dotsek. Shawnice Quashanea Douglas. Isabel Elaine Duck. Braven Bronte Delaney. Banu Ebrahimi. Trevon Sameron Ellis. Brianna Rose Ensley. Rebecca Dean Hope Ferguson. Jordan Fernandez. Elijah Nasir Ferrer. Seth Ryan Ferrer. Corey Justin Fialo. Leanne Autumn Fisher. Colin Dermot Fitzsimons.
Dylan Ross Flora. That's not Nairi. Nairi Jawan Ford Cherry. Kenneth Andrew Forsell. Tommy Georgine Gladys Frame. Felicia Jeffers Frassinelli. Joseph Paul Fulmer. Janae Bretan Gaillard. Ryan M. Garrett. Jason Thomas Garrity. Wait. Oh, that was Garrett. Sorry. Jason Thomas Garrity. Anne Nadia Giraldo. Nigel Jamal Godoy. Ariana Marie Gonzalez. Jacob Jordan Gonzalez. Vincent Anthony Grados. Christopher Joseph Graff. Megan Tabitha Santos. Christopher Graydon. Crystal Green. Ashanti Quinaya Green. Johnny Jermaine Green II. So do I say her name again? Is that Ashanti or is that Anaya? Okay. Anaya Elizabeth Hannon Monroe.
Destiny Faith Harper. Beck James Hart. Adam A. Helwa. Anna Catherine Holmwood. Michaela Jean Huffman. Alexandra Idahen. Austin Idahen Jr. Dylan Ike. Talia Chinyere Irafawala. Ronnie Andre Jeanette. Emilio Joshua Jimenez Jr. DeAndre Johnson. Dominic Gary Johnson. Jessica Ann Jones. Malachi Simpson. Lucas Gabriel Jorstad. Aaron Nazir Karka. Jacob Albert Kime. Kakaylee Morgan Clue. Elias Edward Corellis.
Marie Caroli. Alexandra Kosakowska. Dominique Kurtz. Haley Autumn Labar. Amika Moslane Lovato. Jamie Lee Lessing. Griffin Libby. Scott Brian Lindemuth Jr. Denzel Kevin Lodeholt. Vladimir Alexander Lobel. Lauren Lockwich. Destiny Lomax. Angelina Nancy London Damon. Damon A. Long. Hayden James Long. Am I off? Or is that Aaliyah? Is that a girl? I can't see. That's good. Aaliyah Yvette Lopez. Mary Elizabeth McIntyre. Tegan Grace Mackus.
Joel Joseph Maldonado. Daniel A. Malsh. Rihanna Lynette Mangal. Damian Allen Mangrew. John Samuel Marable. Justin Lewis Markey. Nicholas Lewis Markowski. Elena Marie Martinborough. Angelica Martinez. Jane Giovanna Martinez. Ariana Katharina Matos. Justin Daniel Matrisciano. Christian Jalen Matthews. Damian Lamar Matthews. Caden McAtee. Waleska Loretta McCartney. Isaiah McDonald. Duran Troy McFadden Jr. Ajani Zion McGill. Allison Louise McKeon.
Enoch Peter McMahon. Connor Thomas McNally. Daniel Mercado. Austin Riley Miller. Rachel Nicole Miller. Katarzyna Anna Misijuk. Deja Monet Mitchell. Elise Ember Molinaro. Destiny Christina Morales. Destiny Lee Morales. Josiah Angelo Moret. Jawan Omar Morrison. Emisaris Adriana Mota. Eric Nicholas Moyer. Anthony Jose Munoz. Caitlin Jean Murray. Paula Marie Nagora. Keith Dante Nelson Jr. Katie Maritza Ung.
Seth Anthony Nieves. Aaliyah Nimmons. Jocelyn Isabella Django. Alyssa Altagracia Nunez. Kevin Shane Oliver. Esther Pauline Orlando. Timothy Ryan Ortega. Caleb Allen Orlando Ortiz. Ethan Ozer. Hannah Owusu Afriye. Samantha Paige Pabone. Louis Pagan. Asha Afia Parkins. Emily Grace Peck. Christian Perez. Jeremy Perez. Brenton Franklin Peters, Jr. Malik Devin Peters.
Dimitro Petrov. Kamani Amaya Pierre. Hannah Emily Possinger. Palmer Bryce Poston, Valedictorian. Mackenzie Stanley Prujdecker. That doesn't look right. Nicholas Daniel Prince. Allison Nicole Pouste. Genevieve Gabrielle Quinones. Juliana Quinones. Hunter Ralph Quintana. Jada Marie Robb. Jamie K. Raisley. Emily Lola Ramdas. Leanna Tony Rampersad. Jaya Rasso. Jordan Reed. Jacqueline Lucia Ritana. Savannah Nichelle Riffus. William Riffus. Genesis Roberts Kelly.
Jennifer Alejandra Robles. Janicia Alejandra Robles. Ayana Rodriguez. Francisco Antonio Roman. Sierra Nicole Roney. Isabella Root. Oh, sorry. Sierra Nicole Roney. Isabella Root. Amber Rosario. Alexis Rosa. Hanson Trent Ruffin, Jr. Kiana Ruffin. Matthew Henry Ruiz. Xander Gerald Ryder. Bashenta Amir Sachs. Gabrielle Linda Saffer. Alexis Rose Sanchez. Angel Adrian Sanchez. Paul Isaac John Sandy. Cynthia Naomi Santiago. Dennis Moreland Saru, Jr.
Audrey Marie Shaler. Jeremy Scott Schwartz. Ocean Siratan. Molly Elizabeth Singer. Raven Slayton. Dimitri Smith. Gabriel C. Smith. Kirsten Marie Smith. Zechariah Smith. Michael Coleman Spillane. Aaron Alexander Sterling. Jacob Samuel Stewart. Dea Decora Stokes. Keith Allen Strunk III. Lauren Teresa Talmadge. Shannon Marie Tanzos. Gerard Jobel Tanghap. Justin Matthew Tejeda Duran. Ayata Sabrina Tyhoon.
Lawan Michael Thompson. Benjamin Josiah Torres. Eli Julian Toitive. Anthony B. Tran. Juan Jose Trijares Taberes. Juliana Turner. Zachary John Uporski. Giovanni Vacanti Jr. Thomas Joseph Valchukis. Gerard Elwin Van Houten. Brianne Nicole Venezuela. Thomas Anthony Valino III. Sebastian Vidra. Tejan Mwazi White. Nolan Brandon Milton Whitfield. Hope Sierra Widmer. Lenitra Joy Mary Williams. Naomi Victoria Wilson. Cynthia Vadney Wynn. Alicia May Whitcraft. Alicia May Whitcraft. Alan Voltanowitz. Owen Ray Wolbert. Alexander Ricardo Zamo. Natalia Zapata. Shirley Zhu.
We thank everyone for a great celebration, but we are not finished yet. We have our victory lap coming up. We have fireworks and our moving of the tassels, so stay tuned. We're getting set up, and the victory lap will be coming up, and we'll be moving the tassels and a great purple and white fireworks display.
Will the graduates of the class of 2020 please step out of your cars? You may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, graduates.